From drug trafficking to a conspiracy conviction and murder accusations, the life of Hells Angels Motorcycle Club founder, Sonny Barger, was filled with events most of us have only seen on TV. Today, we're delving into the gripping tale of how this man became the face of the most infamous biker gang in the world. Stick around, and let's uncover the untold story of Sonny Barger together. Born in Modesto, California on October 8, 1938, Sonny's childhood wasn't easy. He grew up in post-war Oakland, where things were tough with industries closing and lots of people out of work. Sonny was a tough kid from the start. He got into a lot of trouble at school, fighting with teachers and classmates. The school didn't interest him anymore, so he boldly moved and left. While others around him got caught up in drugs, Sonny decided on a different path. He found a job at a simple grocery store in the middle of all the chaos, trying to make an honest living. But deep down, he was searching for something more, something extraordinary. At just 16 years old, Sonny Barger embarked on a daring journey that would reshape his entire existence. Seeking the camaraderie, structure, and expertise in weaponry, he enlisted in the United States Army. However, fate had an unexpected twist in store. His military chapter abruptly ended when a fake birth certificate was discovered. This left Barger negotiating an uncertain future. Upon returning to Oakland, he became a nomad, hopping between humble jobs and finding solace within his family's home. Little did he know, this was merely the prologue to the untold chapters of his extraordinary life, a life destined for remarkable exploits and unexpected turns in the shadowy corners of the world. And so, his first significant step on this path was joining the Hells Angels. The Hells Angels Motorcycle Club started in Fontana, California, in 1948. Sonny Barger, though, didn't join until the late 1950s. By the early 1960s, he zoomed up the ranks and became the leader of the Hells Angels Oakland crew. Under him, the Oakland gang got super popular. Barger's rise had a few reasons. He was known for being charming, strong-willed, and a great leader. Riding motorcycles? He was excellent and tough. People respected and stuck with him, making him a big deal in the group. Barger was part of some big events that got the Hells Angels noticed, like the Wild Hollister riot and the free-for-all Altamont concert in 1969. These events made the Hells Angels known as a tough and rebellious motorcycle gang. Barger didn't stop there. He helped the gang grow outside California, starting new chapters across the U.S. This made the gang even more famous, but life wasn't all easy. Barger spent a lot of time dealing with drama, violence, and courtroom hassles, what he called his gangster era. In a time when different groups tried to ruin the Hells Angels' reputation, things got tough. Black and Latino folks disliked them, white people were afraid, hippies kept their distance, and even rednecks couldn't stand them. According to Barger, the Hells Angels felt increasingly alone during this chaotic period. In April 1970, Sonny Barger's life took a major turn when he got arrested on narcotics charges. The arrest happened after a film studio manager, Donald Howarth, who also was Mr. America in 1967, got caught near Barger's home. Howarth had a bunch of illegal drugs, including 17 ounces of cocaine and 30 ounces of heroin worth $350,000. To deal with the charges, Barger stepped down as the president of the Oakland chapter. But he quickly returned when his replacement, Johnny Angel Palomar, got 10 years for shooting a bartender. The drug charges against Barger were later dropped, but Howarth was convicted and sentenced to 5 years to life. Barger, on the other hand, got a 90-day jail sentence for leaving a court session in 1972. Another incident added to the Hells Angels' infamy. Barger was in a high-speed chase through Redwood Regional Park with 4 other Hells Angels. The chase ended with a crash after a pursuit by park guards. 2 guys in the car trunk, William Hood and Danny Jarman, were found chained, gagged, and badly hurt. Hood and Jarman told the police it was part of an initiation, despite the Hells Angels' lawyers saying there wasn't enough evidence. In the end, Barger and the others pleaded guilty to a lesser charge of wrongful imprisonment. You might think the troubles would ease, but no. Sonny Barger and fellow Hells Angels, Sergey Walton, Donald Dwayne Whitey Smith, and Oakland Gary Popkin, faced yet another serious charge. They were accused of murdering Servio Winston Aguero, a drug dealer from McAllen, Texas, who had flown to Oakland with a load of cocaine on May 21, 1972. The motive behind the murder supposedly stemmed from a dispute over an $80,000 cocaine deal. A witness, Richard Iovaldi, claimed he saw Barger kill Aguero while he slept at a friend's empty house. Iovaldi said Barger then told the others to set the house on fire. The trial went on for 7 weeks, but on December 29, 1972, Barger and his 3 co-defendants were acquitted. Iovaldi's credibility was questioned, and Barger's girlfriend, Sharon Grolk, provided an alibi, stating she was in bed with him at the time of the murder. Barger's lead counsel, James Crew, argued that Iovaldi was part of a plot to kill Aguero, fearing retribution from the Texas Mafia. Iovaldi, knowing he was a prime suspect, tried to shift the blame to the Hells Angels. Around the same time, several probably connected murders occurred in the area. The day after Aguero's murder, 3 men, including drug traffickers Kelly Patrick Smith, Willard Thomas, and Gary Kemp, were found shot to death near San Leandro. On May 26th, Karen S. Long's body was discovered in a car trunk in Oakland. Long's ex-husband, John Joseph Devaney, was found dead in a car near Hayward on June 14th, an apparent suicide by carbon monoxide poisoning. On March 16, 1973, Barger faced sentencing for a different set of charges. He was found guilty of possessing narcotics for sale, 37 grams of heroin, and possessing a handgun as a convicted felon. His companion Sharon also faced accusations, but her case was dismissed due to a hung jury. Barger was sentenced to 10 years in prison, forcing him to step down as the leader of the Oakland chapter for the first time since its inception. Even behind bars, Sonny Barger continued to lead the Hells Angels. Despite his imprisonment, Barger received overwhelming support from his fans. A biker magazine initiated a Free Sonny Barger campaign, selling t-shirts and bumper stickers to aid his legal fees. Barger took advantage of media opportunities, portraying himself as a model prisoner and expressing hope for eventual release, saying, "They've got to let me out sometime." His successful appeal for a retrial on a prior marijuana possession conviction led to a release after serving 4.5 years of his sentence. Paroled on November 3, 1977, Barger wasted no time. On December 5, 1977, he made a significant move, forming the first Hells Angels chapter in Canada. He granted Yves Labosse, the national president of the Canadian Hells Angels, the honor of wearing a Hells Angels jacket with the word "International" on the bottom, a highly regarded distinction within the Hells Angels community. However, Barger's legal challenges weren't over. In March 1978, he faced another arrest, this time on a parole violation charge for gun possession. Police discovered firearms at his Oakland residence during a subpoena service and parole search. Yet Barger's wife, Sharon, testified that the guns were hers, resulting in the dismissal of the case. By 1978, the Hells Angels expanded beyond California, establishing chapters in various states. A conflict erupted in November 1978 when the Angels declared war on the Outlaws during a meeting of chapter presidents in Rochester, New York. The rivalry stemmed from a 1974 incident where Outlaws bikers in South Florida retaliated against the Hells Angels chapter in Lowell, Massachusetts. The FBI claimed both groups were vying for dominance in the methamphetamine trade, with authorities charging the Angels with monopolizing methamphetamine manufacture in the United States. In the late 1970s, Barger and other top Hells Angels officials faced legal battles. Barger remained active, attending the murder trial of a Hells Angels member accused of killing an Outlaws member in October 1982. Despite intimidating jurors and engaging in provocative antics, the accused member was acquitted. In 1983, while undergoing treatment for throat cancer, Barger briefly delegated club administration to his second-in-command, O'Farrell. He eventually succumbed to throat cancer in June 2022, leaving behind a legacy of arrests, trials, and legal battles. Despite the criminal accusations, Barger remained a prominent figure in the organization, both inside and outside prison, leaving an enduring mark on Hells Angels history. Apart from his role as a Hells Angel, Sonny Barger had another side to him. According to Deadline, Barger also tried his hand at acting, featuring in a few episodes of Sons of Anarchy. A lingering question remains: how did Sonny Barger manage to stay clear of prison? Despite the numerous challenges he faced, share your thoughts in the comments section below, and make sure to hit that like and subscribe button for more content. I'll catch you in the next one.